Good morning, everyone. I'm back on the farm. Oh my gosh, I survived city. Whew. Look at the work the guys all did here. It's all for survival. Yes, look, you guys, what are you doing? That's for the piggies. Look how Gus has grown. Hey, Gus. Yes, and we're going to have to watch out because he's got taste for chicken. So he'll have to be taught. So I have to say, I'll take this type of life where we have to be responsible for our own heat in the house. We have our own water. I've got only about 500-600 gallons left. That's gonna have to last. Yeah, I think it's a good thing when you have to kind of household even with your water. Don't just have it available to, well, anyway. I haven't seen my piggies in 11, 12 days. 12 days today. Piggies. Uh-huh. And this is open. You see, when you're gone. If a horse gets caught in here, that's not a good idea. It has happened. Oh my gosh. To back them back out. They can't turn around in there. Hey, piggies. They're still sleeping. Come on, girls. Oh, looks like this is all foraging. Piggies all foraged here, see? That's all they're doing. Must mean they didn't get enough to eat or something. They just do what they do. Everything looks good. The house looks good. My sister-in-law took good care of everything. And my husband did too. What else was here? Good morning, guys! Look who's back! Look who's back! Hi, guys! Hi, Sage! Did you miss me? Did you miss me? Hi, boy! Hey, Charlie! Oh, little nibble on my arm. And Bo! Hey, Bo! Hi, boy! It's gonna snow today. Maybe all the way up to 8 inches. We're probably gonna get even more than that up here in the mountain. Hi, Maverick! Hi, boy! Did you, hey, oh, did you miss me? Don't nibble on the dog. Jeez. Okay. Survival. Well, I said I don't know how people survive in the city. I don't have to worry about anybody here trying to steal my purse or beat me up or anything. And with 2 more dogs that are being trained by Bo, our leader, our oldest one, to defend the homestead. There you go, boy. There's nothing. There comes Ozzy. Ozzy's still around. And Ozzy's eye looks a lot better. It's really shrunk down from this bulbous, like huge marble. It's kind of sitting properly in his head now. I'm assuming the reason for that is that the swelling has gone down. It has gained weight. And he's filling out. And his head's got a little bit more meat on it than just skin and bone. There's your bowl. Did you poop it? No? Okay, there we go. Oh, so good to see you guys. Yeah, and as you can see, I have a brace on my knee. It's, my knee's doing something again. Feels like there's another, either a tendon or a ligament in there that's ready to snap. I can feel it. Be very careful how I walk. And hi, you. I'm so happy. probably going to get snowed in for several days. But we've got our generator ready. Yeah, we got one. Got the generator ready, got the gas ready. Probably won't need it. I don't think the power's going to go out. We're always ready for it, because here you never know. Sometimes the power goes out and it's sunshine and just nothing going on. But that's just how it is here, but it's not. Does our survival depend on electricity or the internet or the phone? That'd be sad if that would actually, right? Yet, I've seen reports or studies on if people suddenly couldn't have their phone anymore, or hang on the computer and play their games, there'd be a slew of suicides. I'm going, what? That's a weird one. When you start as a person to depend on that and you have anxieties because of, oh my gosh, I might not, then a change is in order, right? If you don't, well, I'll just take it as, I'll see how I do it. Well, then that's one thing. Don't prepare. The thing is, if you don't prepare, what are you going to do when then that dire straight stuff starts happening? You're going to go and look for it from other people that do have it, and then suddenly one wants to benefit from someone else's work, per se. Right? My children say that, Mom, you're using per se the wrong way. And I said, well, I like that right now. It's like this and that. It's just something that kind of rolls off my tongue easy. If I'm using it in the right way or not, who cares? It's not a cuss word. It's not, right? Not something that per se can be misunderstood in any way, right? So, who cares? Why harp around on something like that? Well, anyway. Come on, piggies. Gus, get back in the barn. No, get in there. Get in there. Okay, here it comes, Billy. Come on. Let's go. You want to lick this side? Good boy. Gotta feed the chickens. Yep, he's not been a good boy while I was gone. He definitely tried to take off with one chicken. Still. Come on, girls and boys. How many roosters we have? Still have 4 roosters. There's 2 more. I've been gone for 10 days. It was relatively warm. I think I'm going to close this up so he doesn't... Well, I should just... If I catch him in the act, I can really discipline him properly. No, not by beating him or anything. All you do is you turn the dog over on his back so his belly is exposed. You grab him by the neck and you look at him and you go, no, no. And you keep him that way for a while until you feel him kind of go, okay. He's going to have to accept what you're doing, what his mom would be doing. That's how his mom would discipline him. And sometimes one has to do that 2 or 3 times, but it's worked with every dog I had. Hey, have you been fed enough? Either you've grown a lot or you've lost some weight. Every time I'm gone, things just happen. All right, so, hey. I'm gonna put my gloves on. That's another thing too. I used to work without gloves all the time. My hands were so strong, but I'm getting older and not fun to have splinters and scrapes and snaps. So I got my little wiser putting on some gloves. Yeah, that's what you do. So, done with my first book, and I started my second book with a little intro on December 31st, 2021. Yeah, I can't complain. It was a good year. It was a good year, too. Huh? Yeah. Yes. For me, when I see things, sad things, painful things happening to people out there, my heart to mind is with them as well. And the best that I know to do for everyone all around the world is just, engage the angels. Many angels don't have a job because people don't ask for them. You have to ask for their help. Yeah, and then, so I send angels around the world to certain places, just support them, be there with them, help them carry the load, at least in the spirit. This can be done. And I pray, I just pray for them. I think the worst is always in a disaster, it's not the loss of life. Could it have been prevented? Could we do better? Are people just concentrating on the horrible disasters? Or, okay, how could we do better next time? How could we be better prepared next time? How could we avoid loss of life? Right? Yeah. Anywho, so there is that. Okay, let's put this up. It's gonna snow. I want to let them out for a little while. Oh, gotta be careful out here. We got some slippery spots. You guys have enough? Oh, threw out way too much food. Are you ready? Let me see how you walk today. Oh, I gotta close this up. Gus, back up. Hey, boy. Ooh, looks like he's got a crack going. We'll take care of that when he comes back in. Ah, I see what's going on here. Well, we got another crack in the bowl here. I don't think that's even his. So, yep, but I can fix that. That's not that hard to fix. I'll close you up right in here. Oh, so good to be back. Bo? Oh. Bo, what's going on with your poop again, huh? What you been getting you shouldn't have? Nay. Oh, go on, come on. Ooh. No, that's not good. I'll have to look at that hay. Is there something again you can't have? Hang on, guys. Okay, I see. It has a lot of clover in it. I have to be careful with that hay for the horses. That should be all right. You ready? Come on. Charlie. He's looking good. Hi, my favorite one. Hi, you. You made it through Christmas, didn't you? Huh? Come on, boy. That's so wonderful to be back in the saddle again. I love it. I'm gonna have to. Oh. Are you locked in? You want to come out? Okay, hang on. Okay, I'm coming. So it's gonna snow. Gonna get down to 11 degrees. Guys must think, oh my gosh, look at he's such a good boy. Oh, what is that? Another tip? Sure is. Oh, came right up. Another tick. Yuck. Gross. Ticks still out. Unbelievable. I guarantee you it goes down to 11 degrees and we won't have to worry about no ticks anymore, which is great. Yep. 11 degrees. It's probably going to, if they say 11 degrees, it's probably going to get down into the ones for us here. It's always like that. It always gets much colder. It's kind of nice in the summertime. It stays a little cooler too. Kind of hot, but that's how it works here. So, I'm ready. Clean up. What was that? He was left, and we had to put him in the barn because of the chickens. He chewed up part of the handle here. I'm going to put some tape around her. Probably bring some sandpaper over here and sand that down again. Put a little oil on it, problem solved. Yeah. He's a big puppy. 7 months old now. Huh? Yeah, he's so big. He's going to be so big, huh? But he's such a good dog already, huh? Hey, you going to show off? Sit. Oh, 7 months old. And he doesn't really jump up on me, which is good. I taught him how does one teach a dog not to jump up. You roll up a magazine, put a rubber band around it, and you carry that around with you. You should never hit a dog with your hand or discipline him like, right? That's not a good thing. I think that's what happened to Ozzy. Ozzy he doesn't trust you still. He's still working on that. We're working on it. But oh, yeah, look at you, huh? Such a good boy. Such a good boy. Oh, we're gonna lay down. Such a good boy, yeah. And it takes a little while and they stop jumping on you. And then oftentimes you don't even have to. All you have to do is just hold it up and they're going, oh, okay then. So that's all one has to do. There's no need to be mean and hateful to any animal. Huh? Yeah. Okay, now, buddy boy, you have to stay with me in the barn because I can't run after you out there. I'm not going to have my eye on you. And that is a must for right now. Oh, it's getting hot. I think I'm going to take some clothes off here. I'll lose my... There. Oh. There. Do I need the gloves? I don't think so. Okay. Nice and easy. So, there's one thing. I can't just call in to the barn from the house and say, oh, my knee hurts. I have a cold. I've got the flu. Da-da-da-doo. It doesn't matter. What's going on with this now? That's not the one I like. Let's see this one. That's floppy. I don't like that. Where's mine? Oh, that's just as bad. Oh, that's because this one's loose. Why are you gone for a few days? Everything's just... Oh, is that the one? Well, when you're doing work like this, you want the best. Oh, yeah. I'm going to hang this one over here now. Why do I have to reel them over here? That's weird. I guess. See, this is nice. This is nice and solid. So no matter what, I have to come over here and take care of everyone. Now I have help. Ooh, that hurt. Of course. As well. But I've been here all by myself and I got the flu. Oh my gosh. I hadn't had, that was about 10 years ago. I hadn't had the flu in 20 years or more, 30 years. Well, ain't that bad. And then you get hot and you get cold and you get, I don't know, and you're all kind of foggy in the head. And of course I can't take anything. Tea. I made sure I stayed hydrated. And one can easily make their own stuff where sometimes when you have the flu and you have to vomit a lot, you can't even keep water down. But if you put just a little bit of salt in it and a little bit of, anyway, that's what I did. A little bit of salt. Just a tiny bit, doesn't take much. Don't want to drink salt water, that dehydrates you too. But just put a tiny bit in it, just a few kernels, and then I put in a little bit of molasses, you know, just to slightly colored the water. And then I drank that, no problem. Kept it down just fine. And it somehow settled my stomach too, which is great because then I could just drink regular water. The other thing too, it doesn't, don't gulp it down. You just take a sip or two, yeah? And every so often, it's better than nothing. Oh, come on. And then another thing that's really good too, of course, everyone knows that, is chicken soup or just chicken broth. And again, you kind of just sip it. Don't drink it. Don't eat the whole bowl. Take a couple of tablespoons, see how you do it. That way, you keep some minerals, stuff going in your system to help you fight whatever you're fighting. Anyway, so I have to keep going. Okay, I didn't crawl out here, but just about. Take care of everything. And it's one of those things that I found with everything, you just put your mind to it. I had no choice. There was no choice. I had to, you know. Can't leave the animals out here for 2 or 3 days and no water, no food or whatever. You know, now, if it were to get really, I mean, to the point to say I can't make it out there, I would go and just let everybody out. In the winter time, that won't work, but in all the other seasons, I just let them all out. Have the animals all roam free, and just feed the dogs and the cats over there, and everyone else would find enough to eat for me to, you know, they'd be perfectly safe hanging around. If that were to happen, that could happen. You see? Can't do that in the city, can you? That's kind of sad. Yeah. Dogs have to be all on a leash, this, that. Yeah, that's kind of sad doggy life. I can't cruise around. So, for 2 days, he was tied up. Right? As I said, we had some chicken problems with him. So he was tied up, and my husband, he took his huge chain, and with rope at the end, you know, where he could hook it onto his collar. And I came home last night. I said, well, he doesn't have to be on it when the chickens are all roosting, this, that. So took him off, right? This morning, I didn't put him back on, but I moved the chains on the porch so he could go out in the backyard. So I took the chain and I put it up on the railing, and he just, and it's a heavy thing, and he just looked at me like, you know, I'll behave. I thought, you know what? Okay, let's see how you do. And I just put it over the rail and said, I'm going to leave that right there for him to see it. Huh? Yeah. We'll see how that will work. He's a puppy. He definitely can be trained to not kill chickens. Now, if Ozzy were to do that, which I guess he's not. I have to say, I can't, no, I think he's fine. He's a few years older already, a foxhound. That would be difficult to have him quit doing that. Also, because he has this just so shy nature, but he's good. So I'm glad I don't have to worry about him doing that. Yeah, so one has all these worries and this and that when you live like this. But I love it. I don't think I could do it just in the city anymore. I would, yeah. I can see how people would get depressed. That can. I mean, here we are, on top of the mountain. We have our own water. We worked. I lived. My husband, the children. Well, not my children. My oldest one was 16 when he got here. But we lived for 18 years in the city. Worked hard. Not fancy jobs or anything like that. Blue-collar jobs. And I stayed home mainly with the children. I worked too. And we bought a house in serious disrepair. When we moved in, we had one light bulb in the living room. We set our bed up there. No running water. We ended up getting running water pretty on the outside. There's a spigot. We could Well, we had to be all first check. Oh my gosh, it's such a rundown house. I don't know how people do that. I guess, no doubt someone built that. That house was built in 1918. And someone really put a lot of love and thought into it. We found out when we sold it, when they inspected it, that the house underneath the foundation, everything was all still really good, considering it was all built out of just all different types of lumber. So the guy says, well, it looks like someone built this with leftover lumber. Just kind of, yeah, and did a good job, but it's all kind of wood puzzled together. Going, wow. So it was someone too, probably just, well, we'll build a house, and did. And then I guess it went through 1918, a couple of generations. And the last generation of either children or whatever they were just destroyed it. It was destroyed. In the bathroom, the sink was on the ground, the toilet was, oh my gosh. I mean, everything just, it was all just, we had to gut the house just about. So sad. So sad. Yeah. And then I wouldn't be surprised. Them same people, okay, not going to go there. That was their choice. You make certain choices in your life, well, okay. Don't come whining to me. Don't come whining to me. Someone in that family that owned that house eventually got repossessed, per se, taken, condemned, more or less, just about. But we were able to buy that house with the little that we had saved up. And had a down payment. And we're able to get the house for a song, just about. It might be to this day the house sold for the cheapest price ever in Berkeley, California. That's a great story too. People don't want to believe in the power of God. Well, I can't help you. I had someone come back where it said what is missing, what's not being taught in school. I go, every time I see that post, Facebook, you keep it coming. I said, the Bible. The Bible needs to be taught in school. And I really need to take care of this handle. So, this guy comes and he says, and what's that good? What good's that gonna do? Yeah. So, when we bought that house, it was right next to another family that was homeschooling, and through the homeschooling, we met that family, and they said, hey, we've got this house across from us, and it's for sale. Nobody wants it for sale. So we went and looked at it. Oh my gosh. Now, the house that we lived in at the time, we rented, and it too, I mean, it was a beautiful house, 2 stories, huge backyard. Again, for Berkeley, that was, wow. Got that through an interesting kind of meeting as well with someone, but it was being sold, and we couldn't afford that house, to buy that house. So, and yeah, I had the 4th child. No, we had 3 children at the time, and the house was big enough. I mean, come on, but okay, not necessarily something we really wanted to get due to the fact that there were only 2 bedrooms. So anyway, When we moved into that house, there had been homeless people in there. There had been people on drugs in there, and it was disgusting again. So, but, you know, if you can look past all the ugliness and see the beauty of the house without all its whatever, you know, people did to it, then you have this drive. Then you want to do something to go, well, this would be great for us, right? So cleaning time. So I'm used to, you know, look at something, but wow, this is a blessing, right? But it's going to take work. Yes, that's how God works, right? Yeah, it's not about moving into a fancy villa, not doing it. You know, in the you know, financial situation that we were in, you make the best out of what you're being given, and then when you put the work into it, you realize, wow, this has turned into a villa, right? Yes. So we moved into another house. That was, oh my gosh. I remember we would sleep, we had the children, we had this huge bed. And in the living room there, cleaned it up enough. This kitchen you couldn't use either. Oh my God. Thank God we had these friends across the street taking showers, going to eat this until we were somewhat set up to, oh my gosh. This is just, it was so interesting. Slept the first night there, and I'm looking at my husband going, man, what is that noise? What's that sound? He says, I think that's rats. We must have slept in there with about 100 rats. I was so worried about the children. We had them in the middle, sleeping in the middle. Anyway, no, they as soon as we moved in, a lot of them moved out per se, and we caught some. Yeah, some of them in, yeah. Well, trial and error, right? Don't use poison. Use the traps. The poison, you don't know where they end up. And no, they don't always go for water. Yeah, when the stink starts, you'll know. Anywho, so we got the house for a song per se, not to us, still. And we had enough money. We could get enough money, a big enough fund, so we had some to fix it up. We had a lot of help from our friends. Oh my God, a lot of help. Amazing. And on how we got the house, we had to go to court 9 o'clock in the morning. It was in the paper, so any contractor could have overbid us by 10%, and we pretty much were, this is what we can do. And that's that. It was under $100,000. Went in, had the whole family, went in, parents and 3 children, 9 o'clock in the morning, no problems getting there. We're looking at 50 cases. Oh, 50 cases. Oh my gosh, how long are we going to be here, you know? And with the children, the snap, go in. We're the first case. This property, we're going, oh my, we're the first case. We go in, okay, this is what was bid. Anybody? You know, we're looking around. Yeah. No one. Okay. Sold. Whoa. Oh my gosh, it's like a miracle. We walk out about 10 minutes later. Walk out, and here comes our realtor. I'm sorry, I was really stuck in traffic. He came from the same direction we did. I was stuck in traffic, you know. What happened? I said, we got it? No, you didn't. I said, yeah, I did. We did. He said, I bet you there's some contractors out there that got stuck. And who would have thought we'd be the first case? Yeah. So, yeah. Oh. I don't know. What do you guys think? The way we sold our house 7 years later is even more amazing. But maybe I'll keep that story for another time. After we sold our house, we were able to come here. Hometown Providence. Work the land of your ancestors. What do you got now? Hey. Oh, okay, you can have that. And we're able to build a house and a barn. Amazing. Amazing how that all went too. I've loved every day here. Every day. Since we came here, almost 19 years ago now. Every day. Every day. And we lived in the barn. Then we got a couple of horses. We lived with the horses. We had one that kept banging against the stall wall. You're up there and you're going, yeah, okay. Get used to it. Go to sleep anyway. You're tired enough. I say that, so I can't sleep. I said, well, okay. If it's not caffeine induced or something else that keeps you strung up, orange juice will do that too, by the way. Then just take the Bible out and start reading. I guarantee you, you won't be able to read more than a page or two and you'll be gone. Amazing. Best sleeping pill ever. Okay, what does that say for the Bible? What does it matter? If it is in the positive that way, and not only that, who knows? People said, hey, you know what? I think I'll take the Bible out in the morning too and read me a page. You see? I'm just saying. You wake up with the grace of God and you go to sleep with the grace of God. What better thing is there? I don't think there's a better thing. So now why would anybody want to start arguing about the existence of God if when it comes down to it, any kind of give and take with God, with good spirit world, with the angels, good angels. Yeah, there are some out there, a little mischievous still. Why would you argue over it? I know people like to argue, so well, there's a lot of bad stuff done in the name of God. Okay. Alright, so you're going to blame God for that? I think that when one lives away alone, and I've been here, oh gosh, there was one winter, 4 or 5 months, I was here all by myself. You have time, proper time to think from your heart to mind. You develop a sense of what there is around you and what you are yourself as a human being. Not saying as Danielle, as a human being. What are we as human beings? I had this idea, or I thought, peace on earth. I'd love nothing more than everyone just getting along, sharing everything. Everyone has enough to eat, a bed to sleep, this nice safe place to be, this, that. But, would people be happy? I wonder if people would be happy if there suddenly were no war, no conflict, no one to beat up, no one to cuss and curse at. Every child taken care, nothing to complain about anymore. You think people would be happy? Where would all the adrenaline go? I saw one. That's when I, oh my gosh, would people actually be happy? seen some people who had a job where involved killing others, this and that, and they were, it was, I felt really good about doing that, and it's just, I'm going, whoa, okay, just saying, or other things too, I mean, would people really would people get depressed over sudden peace? Everything peaceful? No conflict anymore? Everyone taking care of each other? Would it work? Would people be happy? Or is this part of us? And, of course, being righteous about certain things, saving people during conflict. Is that something that suddenly then, sure, that there'll be still disasters happening in this natural disaster, so people still would have to be found and saved, and so the heroes, there'd still be fires. So would that be enough? I wonder if people need this aggression towards each other. People have I see people that have everything, absolutely everything, and are still fighting against someone. Some kind of a feudal something, family feuds. Oh, here comes sister-in-law. Hello. I'm going to finish this up here. God's love and blessings always. Right? Yeah, next book. And I'll talk to you soon.